Welcome to the Tail Slate. I'm Ben Stacy, and I'm here with Michael Oakes, and we are coming to you today from the East End Expo. It's a busy place, lots of people all around, lots of cool stuff. But right now, we're going to talk a little bit about Doctor Strange, the upcoming movie Doctor Strange. We were both fortunate enough to go see a 15-minute preview of the film in IMAX 3D.
Say fortunate, but it's just their jobs, you know.
But it didn't give away too much story, but it really highlighted the visuals.
Yeah, like I believe we were saying, and a lot of people were saying this, it was more of a glorified trailer. And that actually sounds like it's putting it down by saying that, but it was amazing.
It was good.
It was awesome.
They took little aspects and showed you basically extended scenes, basically 3 scenes. We got to see how he damaged his hands.
Yeah.
We got to see his training, and then we got to see sort of a montage of
fights, essentially.
Of fights that will be happening throughout the movie.
So we already knew about the hands, because that's how the movie starts.
That's how he becomes
I wonder if that's actually how fast the movie's going to do it, too. Because if they do that in the movie where it's that fast, that might actually be a good thing. Because
I suspect there might, maybe there'll be a little bit more, because we have to, I guess you can meet his, the assistant at some point in there, but yeah.
She is a main character and all that. We do need to be introduced to her. But I don't know, the most times you see a storyline where they're like this, the origin story of a character.
They drag it out.
They drag it out, and usually it doesn't quite hit the mark because they do a bit too much of the first part. Not too much of the last part. But if they do it maybe 15 minutes at the beginning, that would be good. Now, touching on the fight scenes before we go into anything else, I really like they showed more of the artistic direction they're taking with all this stuff.
Yeah, visually this film was going to be amazing.
Yeah.
The way they've used the magic, and it appears that a lot of the weird stuff that you see in the trailer, like the folding cities and stuff like that, I don't think are perceived by
normal
the average people.
No.
It's all just in their magic world that's happening.
Which is interesting. I don't know. I was told that some of the effects that they were trying to mimic were scientific in nature, where the actual effects are mathematical, calculated.
Well, they remind me of when you see fractals and stuff like that.
Fractals, chaos theory was one of them, actually, because we saw this one scene where it was just a hand. He looked at his hand, he was on the astral plane, and the fingers started growing hands, and each of those fingers started growing hands, and that was chaos theory right there being demonstrated. I know it's a weird way of doing it, but just the...
that's how fractals grow.
Stuff?
Because you sort of the same pattern repeats and repeats and repeats.
Yeah, exactly.
So it very much looks like that, and I think the best, review of it was by one of the guys that actually works at the theater. We came out and he goes, "That is the trippiest thing I've ever seen on that screen," and it's going to be visually impressive. Somebody actually mentioned when we were there that they figure people are going to get nauseous at this, which is possible because
absolutely, I could definitely see that. But I feel like they've trained, purposely went in a direction where they could kind of ease that off a little bit.
Maybe.
I really like the artistic direction they're going with this, because magic is something that's very hard to, not hard to portray, but it's very easy to portray it in a way that might not give it its flair.
Well, it could come across as very silly or
silly,
stupid,
over the top, things like that. But they're making it. They're not making it like a Harry Potter magic. They're making it more like a physical. You have to actually strain yourself to do certain things.
Yeah.
He had to do a few things to set up some shields on his hands, and getting the whips out, which was very interesting. And it's not just ooh, whip, awesome. It's it puts effort into it, which is cool.
It reminded me a little bit. I mean, I don't think her powers are magic, but Scarlet Witch, she's using her mind, but it takes effort.
Yes.
Kind of thing.
I can't remember what they described that as. They said something in one of the credits or something, or one of the the blogs where they were explaining what exactly her power was. But no, you're right. It's not quite like she's manipulating it.
Yeah.
It's weird. So they're actually putting. It's like they said in the trailer. It's actual time and skill, and you train for it.
Yeah.
It's not just something that you're born with and you can just do.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So, and they really drive
So what
that
do you
home.
think because they didn't give away much in terms of story, where do you think it's going? It looks to me like it's going to be a fairly simple story. Most of it will be about him getting the powers, but then there'll be people that use magic for bad, and he has to fight them.
Yeah, I think they're taking it along the direction of the original origin story, close to it at least, not quite, because I know a few key characters that are not playing the role they did in the original origin story, which might be for a later time or something like that, but they are keeping it close to the whole, he destroys his hands, he's trying to fix it, finds them, starts training, an old student comes back, they're not pleased with how things ended or where they were left off, and they're taking their revenge. Yeah. So to put it simply, but you know, and I'm glad that they're keeping it somewhat the same. That's like what they've been typically doing. It's somewhat the same, but not quite.
Yeah.
So,
well, we'll definitely go see this film, and we'll definitely have to do a review of it after it comes out. And
absolutely.
See if it lives up to what we've seen so far.
I feel like we're gonna have to do an entire episode just on the effects that they have in the movie.
Probably,
especially the astral plane.
It is pretty spectacular looking. So go see Doctor Strange. It opens, November 4th? Is that right? I believe it's November 4th. Go see it. It is visually spectacular, if nothing else.